I'm Andrew. I'm a Services Business Development Manager here at Bytes. So one of my day-to-day roles is helping our customers optimize through Azure and Microsoft 365. Quantum is a tool set developed by Bytes to help customers get real insight into both their Azure and their 365. As separate modules to the same platform, Quantum Azure is really focusing around the Azure spend that our customers have, looking at from general billing information all the way to drilling down where areas of their spend currently sit. And within Quantum 365, we're looking at the licenses that currently sit within our customers' estates. And what we're doing here is we're seeing where your licenses are allocated and to which users they're allocated to. From here, we might be able to see examples where there might be licenses allocated to users that have already left the organization, or what we would call disabled accounts, all the way through to licenses that might sit with users who are still within the organization, but might be sitting with a different license attached to it as well, where you might have duplications. Starting from an Azure point of view, you're going to get visibility of your Microsoft bill in a much more granular level. You can really sort of hone in into a weekly, monthly, daily use case. And what you can see there is you can start to see where changes in spends might have occurred, whether it be a certain virtual machine spinning up higher where it is, or there might be resources there that might be over or under spec'd. And from there, you will see recommendations within Quantum. And these are actions that you can take based on the data that we have within the toolset. So a live example of that might be where there might be a benefit of putting a reserved instance in place, a reserved instance on a virtual machine which you're currently paying for on a month-to-month basis, but I actually benefit from paying for it on either a 1 or a 3-year reservation. Quantum gives you the ability to understand the money that's coming in and out of each of these virtual machines, the cost that you're putting down, and gives you the opportunity to make optimization opportunities through things like reserved instances. We might also see information around resources that currently sit within your organization and your tenant that don't currently exist. So we might see, for example, zombie or orphaned resources. These are resources that are no longer currently running in your organization or within your tenant, but you're still paying for. And with Quantum, we give you the opportunity to see these, understand the costs associated with these, and then essentially be able to remove these from the organization and essentially reduce your bill that way. From a Quantum 365 point of view, our customers see lots of benefits in the tool as well. One of these is seeing where licenses are allocated with disabled users. So what happens in the joiners, movers, leavers process is that often the user is disabled, therefore that account can't be accessed anymore. And that's standard practice across all the organisations in the UK and probably globally as well. But what can sometimes happen is that their 365 license is still allocated to that user. And what the Quantum toolset allows you to do is get visibility on those licenses and be able to put those back into your license pot. So when you get new users joining the organisation, you've got a license that's ready and available for them to use, rather than potentially having to go out and purchase a new license. Other benefits to Quantum for 365 is getting visibility on aged accounts. So set within certain parameters within the toolset, right up from 30 days all the way up to 180 days, we can see where there's users in the organisation that haven't accessed those accounts within those periods of time. Now these might just be general accounts where they might be on annual leave or on long-term sick leave, but these might also be accounts that have been missed off in the joiners, movers, leavers process. And ultimately, if people have left our organisation, they still have licenses allocated. Firstly, we can look to optimise the cost and reduce that off our bottom line. But ultimately as well, we need to think about the security implications and the risks that we might have having licenses still allocated to accounts and using accounts that still exist but aren't within the organisation. Quantum for 365 gives you all of this information and so much more. We tend to do a lot of legwork for our customers, whether it be not having the bandwidth in-house or necessarily the experience in-house. Our dedicated licenses consultants will sit there on a day-to-day basis and work through whether it be running through recommendations on reserved instances, virtual machine optimization, disk resizing, all the way from a 365 point of view and managing your entire 365 license estate, understanding when joiners, movers, leavers have left the organization and managing that entire process end to end. We understand that every year IT departments are asked to budget correctly and manage their costs as efficiently as possible. And this is exactly where Bytes come in. We can support our customers from the beginning of their FinOps journey all the way through to the end. And from a customer point of view, make it as easy and as streamlined as possible to deliver the best savings that are available.